Hey there, I wanted to talk about a question that I've been asked probably once a week since the beginning of the school year. And that is a question about elopement from school or bolting from school. And this is a behavior that it just means a kid is leaving a supervised area like their classroom and running off to an area that's usually unsupervised and not where they're supposed to be. And it can get really dangerous. I have kids climbing up mountainsides and running out into the street with traffic. It's occupying 3 or 4 staff members just to try to corral them. And so I just want to tell you the 4 simple steps of what to do. So the first thing to do is ask yourself why. Why are they doing it? There's 2 reasons why human beings do anything. We're trying to obtain or get something, or we're trying to avoid something. So maybe there's a preferred task, activity, or person that child is running to, or maybe they're trying to avoid maybe hard work, a challenging class. A lot of kids like just picking up a pencil and writing is really difficult. Math, whatever the activity. Maybe there's an unpleasant social situation or a conflict. Maybe they don't want to be told no by their teacher, and so they leave. So that's the first thing we want to do, is we want to really look at the why. Then the second thing we want to do is you want to build a routine with them or a plan. And you want to do that collaboratively. So I don't do any behavior plans with kids or about kids. I only do it with kids. So that means that when I was a school social worker, I would sit with the kid. We'd talk about, gosh, I've noticed that you tend to run when. Tell me about that. What do you think? Now, can you tell me about why that might be and how might we set up a plan to make that a little better for you? And so in the plan, you want to come up with a safe place that they run to. So maybe a person, you might have a location that's safe. There's a caring person available that the kid can calm down, maybe do a puzzle, deep breathing, some sort of strategy. Often it's going to involve like a timer, because eventually we're going to work on getting these shorter and shorter. And then they return to class. That would ultimately be your goal, obviously, is to have the student in class as much as possible. And believe it or not, deep down, that's the child's desire. That's what Ross Green from Collaborative Problem Solving says, that children do well if they can. And so what we want to think about is that child really deep down does want to be part of the class. They do want to be able to sit there like all of their classmates and endure, but they don't have the skills yet to do it. So second part of our plan is we're going to make a spot for the kid to go that's going to be safe. You're no longer occupying 3 or 4 people, running around the school, nothing like that. So it's going to be calm. Work on reintegrating the student. The next thing that you want to do is set up a reinforcement plan for that, because anytime we do something that's new and hard, we need to tip the scales and make it worth the kid's while a little bit. We need to let them try to take a chance on this. Sometimes kids can earn points for just choosing to take that break, coming back appropriately. They earn points for just doing that, and then they can actually go like spend time with that caring adult and play a game, or they can earn something that they really want. So that third part of that step is going to be a positive reinforcement system, just to get this routine and procedure in place. Then the last thing that you want to do is you want to work on their coping skills. So what is it about the why in class, or what is it that's causing them to run? Do we need to work on their frustration tolerance on doing math, or following directions, or what part of class do we need to work on coping? They call it delay tolerance, so that urge to run. Can they delay their urge to run long enough to flip a break card, or to ask, or to use a code word with you to do it? And then you really want to, the last thing is measure improvement. So if the child is bolting and running, 3 times a day, and now it's 3 times in a week, someone at your school needs to count that and reinforce that was a big change, because it can be really discouraging working with kids when you don't feel like you're seeing a lot of improvement. I hope that those tips help, and that we can get more kids to stay in their loving classrooms with their teachers. Use the link in the description below for a checklist on even more ideas to respond to school elopement and bolting.